Hey everybody, how's it going? In this video, I'm going to be talking about Layton versus Layton Exclusif. Now, if you're somebody that's having a hard time picking between these two, hopefully this video helps you out a little bit. But of course, all opinions are my own. Everyone's entitled to theirs. Now, right off the bat, which one do I like better? Easily, the OG Layton. Now, what does this smell like? What's the difference? Well, with the original Layton, I smell cardamom, I smell apple, and vanilla. It's this very sexy, sensual, easygoing, sweet fragrance that's super mass appealing for all ages. Now, what does the Exclusif smell like? I honestly kind of get a little bit more of an apple pie-ish smell on my skin. And if you watched my unboxing video, I said that I smelled a touch of oud in this fragrance, but when I wore it the other day, I barely even picked up any oud. So it was really interesting how my skin chemistry kind of played a little bit different day by day with this fragrance, but it kind of does smell like a little bit of a more mature version of Layton. Now, what kind of age range do I see with both these fragrances? With the OG Layton, this can be worn by pretty much anybody, and it's a very unisex fragrance in my opinion. I've had girls come and smell fragrances in my collection, and I wouldn't tip them off about who's supposed to wear what because I wanted to see what the thought process was of when they smelled these scents, right? So a lot of women smell this and they're like, oh my God, that's so sexy. I want to wear it for me. And I was like, it's actually marketed as a masculine fragrance. That didn't stop them from wanting to wear it though. And then they said, oh, hell yeah, I would like to smell this on my boyfriend. So this gets a lot of love from the ladies. And also, like I said, if you're somebody that's like 18 and up, a great fragrance. To me, I say 20s and up. Not so much of a teenager fragrance, but if you are a teen, you can pull this off better than you could pull off Layton Exclusif. Well, in general, that's generally speaking, of course, that's my opinion with it. But when I smell Layton and Layton Exclusif, they don't come off as teenager fragrances. So the more youthful one between these two is the original. Now, with Layton Exclusif, I see this more as like a late 20s, but 30s and up type of fragrance. Like late 20s is kind of the cutoff with it. And then in the 30s, that's where I see this really shining and really being a gorgeous fragrance because like I said, it smells like a grown version of the original Layton. Now, I believe with Layton Exclusif, it has this animalic note called civet. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. But I don't smell anything animalic with this fragrance with my skin chemistry. And it's very important that I say this because, of course, if you're a guy or if you're anybody really, this scent can smell totally different on your skin than the way it smells on mine. So on a guy, this can smell much more masculine. So, and if you're a girl, you might kind of get how it smells on me, which is a little bit more of this apple pie-ish, like refined, gorgeous type of fragrance. You know what I'm saying? So skin chemistry is very important. But yeah, this more of a grown scent, like somebody that's entering their prime. That's who I see kind of rocking Layton Exclusif. Now let's talk about performance. The best one with performance for me is still the original Layton. Now, I get over 10 hours with this fragrance. It has a nice scent trail, has decent projection, but both of these have the type of projection that I like where it doesn't fill the room, but it projects just enough for the people in your scent bubble to be able to smell it and to enjoy the fragrance. It's not too in your face. And I like that, you know, it's kind of that teasing approach of, oh, I smell something really good. Let me kind of follow that trail a little bit. You know what I mean? So both of these, great in that regard. I would say I honestly kind of expected more from the Exclusif in terms of longevity and projection, just because the day before I actually wore this for the first time, I tried the Layton Exclusif, and that thing was a room filler with only like 1 to 2 sprays. So that was a beast mode fragrance. So I kind of had this assumption that the other Exclusifs would have that sort of performance as well, but Layton didn't, which kind of shocked me a little bit, but it's not a bad thing because like I said, this will still perform over 8 hours, but it kind of stays closer to you than you might expect from like an Exclusif flanker. Now, which one do women like better? And again, this is coming from the women around me and the women that have reached out to me talking about these two fragrances, all right? Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but easily Layton. Layton gets a lot of love from the ladies. Which one do guys like better? Layton Exclusif. And I'm specifically talking about guys in the fragrance community. You know what I mean? When I had some guys smell this recently also, they liked it. They definitely liked it more than the ladies, but they weren't in love with it. And that's kind of how I feel about Layton Exclusif. It's a great fragrance. If you're somebody that thinks that Layton is a bit too designer-ish and you want a more niche version of it, and you're a guy, I think you're easily gonna like the Exclusif better. But to the feminine nose, like for example with my sister, I had her smell Layton Exclusif without telling her what it was. I was like, can you smell this? Tell me what you think. She smells it, she's like, oh, yeah, I mean, I get it. And I was like, well, do you like it? She's like, not really, right? And I told her it was Layton Exclusif. She was kind of shocked with it. And I was like, between that and Layton, which one did you like better? She's like, oh my God, Layton, right? So this one is just undeniable when it comes to sex appeal from women. And this one is something that with the Exclusif, I feel like men in the fragrance community would really prefer this one over it, because from what I've observed, men kind of like a more complex sort of smell, whereas women sort of enjoy the simplicity of it when they're smelling it on somebody else. You know what I mean? So this definitely has the mass appeal. And I still think Layton Exclusif has a bit of mass appeal, but this just pulls it off a lot better. You know, if you're somebody maybe that smells like that vapor rub sort of smell, which I have never gotten from Layton, then maybe the Exclusif is a better route for you to go. But all in all, both of these, I mean, this still has that typical Layton DNA. Like when you smell it, you know what it's a flanker of, or you know what I'm talking about? It's not like Delina Exclusif, where when you smell it, you're like, damn, it can be a totally different fragrance. It doesn't smell exactly like Delina. But this one, you totally notice that DNA. It's very, very, very obvious. So what I'll do is I'll put the names of these fragrances, discount site links for global shipping for not just the bottles, but the samples, all in my description box to help you save money. And if you want to support the channel, that'd be greatly appreciated. But of course, you can buy where you're comfortable. Any last thoughts on these two fragrances? Yeah, I do find Layton just way sexier. And the thing is, I smelled this maybe like a few hours. No, not a few hours, a day, after really kind of letting the Exclusif just be on me and just, you know, kind of see how it develops and stuff like that. And it was a nice scent that occasionally I would find myself kind of smelling, but I wasn't smelling it because I was addicted to it. I was smelling it to really see if I could see or smell a difference between, sorry about that, neighbor's got something going on. I'm gonna close this, hold on. And just in case y'all hear that. But what I was saying is I was mainly smelling Layton Exclusif to kind of see if there was any really noticeable differences between this and the original. You know what I mean? So it wasn't really a smell out of love and like a comfort in the same way this was. But when I did apply Layton the other day, I was like, oh yeah, this thing is just, it's so good, you know? I don't find it to be as sweet as everybody makes it out to be, or as guys make it out to be. But yeah, whenever I've worn this around women, it's just always been a win. Oh, and like Layton is just a winner. But if you enjoy the Exclusif, that's totally cool as well. So in the comment section below, let me know which one you prefer. I'm gonna make a prediction that a majority of guys are gonna go with Layton Exclusif, and a majority of girls are gonna go with the OG Layton. All right, again, discount links for both these fragrances and their samples are gonna be in the description, and it's global shipping. So wherever you are in the world, you can get your hands on these if you want to. I appreciate the love and support, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.